You're walking through a forest, minding your own business, when suddenly you spot a snake. It freezes. You freeze. A terrifying question flashes through your mind. Am I its next meal? What if I told you that in those few seconds, the snake is running a complex calculation, a predator's checklist, to decide if you're a threat, prey, or just an obstacle? In the next 10 seconds, we'll reveal the fascinating, and sometimes chilling, process of how snakes choose their victims. Snakes, often misunderstood and feared, are not malicious creatures that attack randomly. They are highly efficient predators, and their survival depends on making smart choices about what and when to hunt. Their decision-making process is a sophisticated blend of instinct, sensory input, and risk assessment. It's not about personal vendetta, it's about energy, conservation, and opportunity. A snake won't waste its precious venom or risk injury on a target that is unworth the effort or poses too great a danger. Understanding this selection process demystifies their behavior, revealing a creature that is more calculating than chaotic. The primary factor in a snake's victim selection is size. This is perhaps the most straightforward rule in the serpentine world. A snake's prey must be small enough to be swallowed whole. Unlike mammals, snakes cannot chew their food. Their jaws are uniquely adapted to unhinge, allowing them to consume prey much larger than their own head. But there are still physical limits. A small garter snake will target earthworms, slugs, and tiny fish, while a massive anaconda will set its sights on capybaras, deer, or even caimans. The snake instinctively gauges a potential meal size. If you, a full-grown human, encounter a small corn snake, you are not on the menu. The snake recognizes you as far too large to be food and will likely perceive you as a predator to be avoided. Movement is another critical trigger for a snake's predatory instincts. Snakes have eyesight that is highly attuned to motion. A stationary object might be completely ignored, but the slightest twitch or scurry can activate their hunting response. This is why many prey animals have evolved to freeze in place when they sense a snake nearby. For a snake, sudden movement signals potential prey. Think of a mouse darting across a field or a frog hopping near the water's edge. This motion is a dinner bell. For ambush predators like vipers and pythons, which lie in wait for hours, patience is key. They conserve energy until a moving target crosses their path, at which point they execute a lightning-fast strike. Their attack is a reflex, triggered by the specific type of movement associated with their preferred prey. Beyond size and movement, snakes employ an incredible array of senses to identify their next meal, with heat and scent playing starring roles. Pit vipers, such as rattlesnakes and copperheads, possess a remarkable sixth sense. They have heat-sensing pits located between their eyes and nostrils. These organs can detect minute changes in infrared radiation, allowing the snake to see the heat signature of a warm-blooded animal, like a mouse or a rabbit, even in complete darkness. This thermal imaging is incredibly precise, giving them a perfect target for their venomous strike. Scent is equally important for nearly all snakes. They use their forked tongues to taste the air, collecting scent particles, and transferring them to a special sensory organ on the roof of their mouth, called the Jacobson S organ. This gives them a directional sense of smell, allowing them to follow the trail of a lizard or find a rodent's nest with astonishing accuracy. Finally, the concepts of vulnerability and opportunity are the deciding factors. Snakes are opportunistic hunters. They look for the easiest, safest meal possible. An animal that is young, old, sick, or injured is an ideal target because it presents less of a risk. A healthy, strong animal might fight back, potentially injuring the snake. A snake might stalk a group of animals, waiting for one to become separated or show a sign of weakness. This is pure risk management. Similarly, a snake will not attack if it feels exposed or threatened. A defensive strike, which is often what happens when a human is bitten, is a last resort. It's a reaction to being cornered, stepped on, or provoked. This isn't a hunting behavior. It's a desperate act of self-preservation. When a snake chooses a victim for food, it's because the conditions are perfect. The size is right, the movement is enticing, the scent is clear, and the risk is low. It's a calculated decision in the timeless dance of predator and prey.